Let's explore one of the great skylines in the world in Shanghai and discover why my wife and mother-in-law became celebrities here. But before, don't forget to hit that like button, to subscribe, and to turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our exciting adventures at Joko. As we were wrapping up our visit to China, we headed to the architectural heart of Shanghai. We are heading to the Bund, which is a mile-long stretch of waterfront promenade along the Huangpu River. It is perhaps the most recognizable symbol of Shanghai. Also known as Waitan, it is located in central Shanghai. Across the Huangpu River, it has a few Shanghai landmarks like Shanghai Tower, Oriental Pearl Tower, and the Shanghai World Financial Center, which we will see up close later in the video. To the west are 52 buildings of various architectural styles, including Gothic, Baroque, and Neoclassical styles, so it's often referred to as the Museum of Buildings. The best way to appreciate the buildings is to have a walk along the Bund. After your walk along the Bund, you can consider taking a Huangpu River cruise. We were planning on taking the evening cruise, but it was closed for the Prime Minister's visit that night. So we had a great surprise later that evening instead. There is no better place to take in the spirit of this great city. We were shocked at how quiet things are in such an important area of this gigantic city. Just past the Bund is tranquil Gucheng Park. Now we headed down to our transportation that was waiting to take us to the other end of the Huangpu River. We were making our way to a very special view of the magnificent Shanghai skyline. The architecture here is jaw-dropping. Not only do they have unbelievably high skyscrapers, but the designs are nothing short of amazing. The Shanghai World Financial Center is one of the tallest buildings in the world. It has 101 stories and reaches a height of 1,614 feet. This skyscraper opened in 2008 after a construction period of 11 years. We were headed to the spectacular observation deck here. The elevator had this light show to let you know how fast you are climbing. This building has 3 separate observation decks, and the highest one is on the 100th floor at a height of 1,560 feet. That's the one we're stepping out into. Here you can see under your feet clear to the bottom of the tower. In other words, this view may not be for the faint of heart. As the sun set, all these wonderful buildings started to take on a completely different appearance, one that made this my favorite experience by far in Shanghai. While I was taking in the views, my wife and mother-in-law were getting swarmed by paparazzi. Now, this is not the first time this happened on this trip, as you can see in our Hangzhou video. This is because many people here are not used to seeing women with blonde hair and pronounced noses. My mother-in-law may as well have been Meryl Streep. On the other hand, nobody wanted to take pictures with my father-in-law and me. As you gradually see these buildings illuminate, you are taken aback by the creativity and irreverence on display.
Com a mesma emoção que a artista sentiu. O que a artista sente, ela sentiu a emoção. Todo mundo quer tirar foto.
Words can't describe how beautiful this skyline is at night. The light show here in Shanghai from all these buildings is better than anything Times Square or the Vegas Strip can offer. It is simply spectacular. There was no better way for us to wrap up our visit to China than with this unforgettable evening. Sadly, it was time for us to leave this magnificent view and head back to our hotel.
Shanghai World Financial Center.
Before we left this area for good, of course, I had to take a moment to appreciate just how beautiful it is at night here. During our trip to China, we've seen a country with rich history that keeps marveling us even today. Since you made it to this part of the video, you must have enjoyed coming with us to explore the out-of-this-world skyline in Shanghai. So make sure you let us know what you thought of the buildings and light show by hitting that like button. And don't miss the rest of our videos about our trip to China.